endurance race. And so now we're back. And guess what? We're back outdoors finally. Closed the outdoor track in November, and it's been a very, very long time. But the weather has finally cooperated, and we're ready to go for Endurance Season 6, Round 3. Hi, my name is James, and Adam alongside. Welcome, everybody.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are happy that the outdoor track is back.
We'll see cars rolling here in just a second. They're starting their qualifications runs. We're going to have 3 groups tonight. We got a full field, 21, 22 drivers, 30-minute race. We're glad you guys have found the channel on YouTube. Thanks for sticking with us. And we hope to have your comments alongside throughout the night as we look forward to the first endurance race of the year with the outdoor track. Cars get to stretch their legs a little bit. And we've got a couple onboard shots for you right out of the gate. Let's pick up number 2 here, the car number 20, as we get our scoreboard rolling for you. So, Adam, what are you looking for tonight? What are you looking forward to?
It'd be very cool to see another person win that hasn't won yet. I know we have 2 separate winners, with Jensen winning the first one and Tyler winning the second. And there's like a lot of people that could win. Almost every month we could have a new winner.
Yeah, it definitely does mix up the field, especially having the boost enabled for this race. And we keep changing the timing for the qualification runs on them. So a couple rounds ago, we decided that we were, instead of going to lap counts, we were going to go based on qualification times on the clock. And we needed to allow lots of extra room so that everybody got a chance, or we got a chance to test the theory. Now we've backed it down. We went from 8 minutes down to 7 minutes last month, and now we're down to 6 minutes. Now 6 minutes should still give everybody a normal arrive and drive race of about 8 laps. We're going to prove that theory tonight. As we'll be on board with Kyle Donahue in the number 20 machine. Again, 3 groups of qualifications. Best time is going to sort you into your A mains and B mains. There will be 2 groups tonight. Because we have lots of track space, we'll be looking forward to having lots of cars on track all at the same time. You said today, yeah, maybe we could squeeze in 28.
26?
26.
Yeah, we didn't even get 24.
That would be a lot of cars. Yeah, it's possible. I mean, there's a lot of track space out there, but let's check with Caden Dennis. He's the number 18 machine. Best time on the board so far is a 44.3.
Is that a 40?
Oh, that was last.
Does that best say 4.6?
Yeah, he must have tripped the timing line by mistake.
Oh.
We'll have to probably disregard that 1 lap time because obviously 4 seconds is a very fast lap time. So, Nicholas Horschler says, "Go Mark." We always have Mark fans in the chat. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, I know a lot of these racers here are new and haven't raced endurance yet. So it'll be interesting to see what their times are at the start.
You're watching a brand new racing line if it's been a while, or not a brand new race. You're watching a different racing line if you haven't seen the outdoor track for a while.
It really has been a while, but it really hasn't.
Yeah, I mean, I think
November, right?
Did we run endurance November? Yeah, we did.
Well, we did for the
weather was too cold. Yeah,
the polar plunge.
We did it for arrive drive. Yeah, but I'm talking about endurance.
Oh yeah, I don't remember that.
So it's been December, January, February, and March. We got pretty much delayed an entire month. So check out overhead here as you see some people in the drivers, some drivers getting into their cars, like Katy Wise down at the bottom of your screen.
We have Sally in the chat saying, "Go Tyler."
And a Tyler fan. Okay.
It's good to see. Tyler just coming off of a win.
Yeah. It's been a great month for Tyler.
I know he's very happy to get this going. He says he wants to win.
He had a very close second finish
in GP
2 weeks ago. We'll get to some point standings as the night progresses here and in between our qualification rounds, but the points are awarded 25 points to the winner and -1 point on down through the ranks. A couple extra bonus points on offer for different things, such as fastest lap time of the race or the biggest mover of the race. And obviously a pole position point is given as well.
That's always my favorite. I always think like biggest mover, you can still get points by just moving the most. even if you might finish in B main, you can still move the most and get an extra point, which will help you.
Yeah, and person who benefited the most from that last week was none other than Jackson Parks Baker. He moved up 5 spots during last race, and so that awarded him the 2 bonus points for fastest lap of the race. Or
most positions.
Yeah, I'm so used to saying that. A little bit of a violent bump there on the number 20
that really
there.
was.
So this is probably going to be the very last race.
These guys are still getting used to the outdoor track.
Yeah. Probably going to be the last race that you see with that bump. So right here, that is scheduled to be grinded down tomorrow. If all goes well, we're going to have a nice, smooth transition between the indoor and outdoor tracks. It's always been that way as the white flag flies. Who was that?
I think it was Cameron running.
Oh.
There it is. White flag is flying.
We're going to keep an eye on how many laps these guys set. See?
Checker flag is flying now. I think this is Cameron's first time, so he might not have known that once the time hits 0, it's over.
Okay.
So you got to catch them before their last lap. Not too bad times, especially for their first time.
Right.
And most of them, like their first ever qualifiers. I mean, a lot of these guys haven't really seen their names before, and it's just this is intense sometimes. I know when I was racing, it's very intense. You got 6 minutes, especially the endurance race, to throw the fastest lap as you can down.
Yeah.
The GP, you at least get 2 qualifiers, but this you got 6 minutes.
So we'll jump into Ricky's timing here. We'll make sure we void out the 4-second lap times. Not sure what happened with him, but
That's all right.
so some of them got 7 laps. If they don't like that, I'll just remind them that they used to get 5. So we used to do very, very short qualifications with the outdoor track.
Yeah, we really did. We're also giving them a chance to swap the cart if they want.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason we started with 8 minutes at the beginning was to make sure that our procedures were in good order. So we kind of sat up here and thought that the qualification runs were very long. So
we got another one in the chat. Susie saying, "Go Mark." We should tally up and see who has the most fans.
I'll bet it's going to
through
be
the whole season by people.
Oh, I could tell you offhand it's going to be Mark.
Mark?
Yeah. He always has fans. Great to see.
What's the next qualifier?
That's going to be Eccleberry, Davis, PJ, Katy, Jackson Parks Baker, Mason, and Xander.
Yeah, Mason just coming off of setting the fastest lap for the outdoor track.
Yeah.
Very
blistering time.
It was very quick. 38.6. Yep, right there.
Thank you, Drew.
We also have a new outdoor junior time by Asher. He's not here, but
we'll follow outdoors with number 33.
Alex got a new helmet. He was talking about it. He was excited.
Is that him?
It's orange. He's going all
okay.
orange. We said we got to get the pants and the shoes, and you'll be right there.
So let's follow Alex in his new helmet. This is going to be way confusing for us.
Something with a sponsorship from McLaren he's looking for, he said, by racing out here.
Well, he should. I mean, he wears McLaren papaya.
That's what we said. We said you literally wear it every month.
I wonder if the helmet manufacturer actually calls that papaya. It's relatively close to a shirt. Don't know.
Just like our yellow helmets?
Yes. Our yellow/green ones. There he is outdoors.
He does need an orange head sock. He has a red one.
Yeah, if only we had those.
I know. We have green.
Green or new.
Hopefully these guys know that they can hit the boost button.
Hopefully by now, yes.
Oh, there's Alex with 39.185. A pretty fast time for his first lap.
We'll see lots of times ticking off.
So everybody's
now.
coming in around the 40s.
Beautiful Sunday evening.
It is really nice. I was getting worried that it might be a little chilly. I didn't know how low it was going to drop, but it's perfect right now.
Yeah, perfect for racing conditions.
We've had a lot of wind the last couple days.
Our building faces the west, so the sun always shines in those doors, makes it hard to contrast the video camera angles.
Yeah, but sometimes it looks really cool.
But it does make an awesome, as they leave, kind of riding off into the sunset kind of picture.
Yeah.
Check on board with Katy Wise, see how she's doing in the number 13. Did she say this cart feels terrible?
Is that what she said?
I think that's what she said.
I heard something. I didn't know who was talking.
It must be her.
I
Because
was like
we're on
trying
with
to think.
her,
I was like,
so-
is someone?
Don't forget the boost, Katy. Got traffic on the outside.
Yeah, she kind
I think
of pinched him.
Yeah, I think that was Jackson.
Never like the track is so long, and we only have 7 people.
Yep.
And they're still touching each other. Like
All right, so actually Katie's going to take us up with a cart swap. She
All right, we'll
she
see
really
what-
doesn't like the cart.
Yeah, we'll
so-
see where she comes out and see she. If not, we'll get one good lap in
Yeah,
her
this is-
new car.
This is the tough thing about minimizing that.
She doesn't have to wait for the time, so don't hold her up.
Said, where does she go? Well, how about right here? This is good. Right there.
Just have her hop in and be good to go. Make sure you guys pull the pin. What?
Mark Davis going to the
Mark
top
Davis,
of the board.
39.182. Now I know in practice, Dominic did hit 37.
He did.
So I know they said that they weren't using boost, and then they saw somebody use boost, and then they all just started using boost in that last race.
The rule is just press it just in case.
Oh, I was just seeing if it works.
Yeah. So we'll follow Katy as she heads back out to warm up her tires.
This will be interesting.
Yeah, it will be. We'll see how bad the cart is.
Alex with a top time of a 38.7. All right, here she comes. So she'll probably have 2 laps.
So a minute 40 at 40 seconds, 80. Yeah, you should easily have two laps.
2 clean laps.
Yep.
You should have. But again, her tires aren't as
Yeah.
warm as what they would be if she would have just stuck to that cart. We'll see what she can get. She definitely looks faster.
Yeah, definitely. As she passes the slowdown sign. Those are for our average drivers, not for our pro drivers here.
All right.
Keeping a close eye on the number 31 as Alex
Here she comes.
still sits up there at the top.
Oh, she moved up a little bit.
Yeah, 39.7.
Looks like we got a white flag.
She's in front of PJ right now, so yep, she better hurry around, make sure she completes this other lap.
Oh, yeah, she'll be able to.
Yep. This is the combination indoor-outdoor track, K1 Speed Canton. We're the only K1 Speed that has a combination of indoor-outdoor.
Yeah, we are.
There are other places that have indoor-outdoor, but we're the only K1, so... All right,
Let's see what she can get here.
Can she improve on a 39.7? 39.6.
39.6.
Yeah.
Those make a big difference.
Yeah. So there you go. The new qualification strategy paying off for Katy Wise.
Yeah.
She was smart to take advantage of it.
We got Mark and Xander at 39.1 and Alex at 38.7.
Yeah, look how close those times are between second and third.
PJ must not have known that the boost was working.
I don't know. 39.8. I mean, the not only is the boost a little difficult to adjust to, but I think it really exaggerates with the outdoor tracks. 'cause you
Especially
have
with the outdoor.
You have
and
so much
you
straightaway.
still only have 15, right?
Yeah.
And you got, I mean, especially during the race, you only got 15 boosts per your cart.
Yeah.
And there's times where you could hit it about 3 times on one lap. Like, you really just got to pick your times to use it and just one time on one lap. Maybe try to do 15 laps, 15 boosts.
There's your fastest man of the session right there, the number 33.
It doesn't even look like Alex anymore.
It doesn't. It's going to be so hard to remember that that's him.
What helmet did he wear? Did he just wear one of ours?
Yeah.
Oh, well then there he goes.
I think we're going to have an onboard with Tyler Stevenson. How do I know that? It's all blue.
Yeah, he's blue man and Alex is orange man.
Orange man. Yeah, that's true. Maybe they'll race together, make blue and orange.
Does that make purple?
I don't know.
No, blue
Are
and
they
red
complementary
is purple.
colors? No, I don't remember. It's been too long since I studied that.
Probably just make like brown.
Mr. Jensen Button, back from K1 National Championships a few weeks ago. I know we talked about National Championships on our last live stream, but for those of you who are following Endurance, know that this guy right here, as well as one of our other drivers, was out representing K1 Speed Canton, the young Patterson driver.
Yeah, this is more like circuit. A little longer of a track.
Yeah, a little bit.
Got the boost button.
So similar, you know?
Yeah.
The circuit did not have boost, unfortunately. Yeah, so far all your comments in
It's
the
all
chat
go, Mark.
they're all from Mark. So
Mark's definitely winning that. We have Nicholas again saying go Mark, and then Shea, Shia,
I think it's Shay.
Jay saying go Mark as well. We need like all of Mark's supporters to come here during one last race for Mark and just cheer for him.
On board, Dave Patterson, the number 21.
This is a good race.
Yeah, this is going to be
these guys are fast.
this is going to be the heat to watch. It's so cold for the first time skidding around the backside corner. It's technically turn 7, right?
Yeah,
the
it's
7-8
too many
complex.
numbers now.
Yeah.
You know what's on tonight?
American Idol
The finale. I text my mom. I said, I'll be home probably around like 9 if you want to watch. Stay up so we can watch it real quick.
Is this? Do we know who the finalists are? I haven't gotten
There's
to
3,
the
yeah.
last finals.
There's the country guy. They like the country guy.
Okay.
Like the. Oh my goodness. Kenny Chesney voice.
Yeah, I
and
don't
then
remember his
there's
name.
Jamal.
Okay.
And then Brianna Nix.
Oh, okay.
I like her. I
That's a
think
good-
she has the best.
So they're doing
chance.
3 finalists
Yes.
because
Well, I
everybody-
think they cut one out like at the beginning of the show, and then they have the final
Oh,
2 square
okay.
off at the last hour or
Okay.
something like that.
So since you've all tuned in to watch go-kart racing, there's your American Idol update for the week.
Sorry if I spoiled it for any of you guys that are weeks behind.
Yeah, that's definitely me. Father and son combination, Dave and Gavin.
Wait, the cameraman's in the chat.
Cameraman Drew is always in the chat.
Wait, he's on his phone.
He probably shouldn't be, but
We got the best racer ever F1 saying let's go Mark. And Miles Braxton saying when I come to Canton, I'm going to put on a show for y'all. Oh, yeah.
All right, Miles. I think you said September. That was your last update, so
Can't wait to see you. I know we were talking earlier. Dave's definitely been very quick. He's been throwing down quick times.
definitely improved a lot.
He's hanging up there. Really sweet to see him and Gavin, because Gavin he's killing it in the teen league.
Only a few more minutes to go as you watch the back of Jensen Button in the number 27. Oh, Dave's going to run really wide on that one. That one's going to screw up that lap time for him. That's a tricky spot with the outdoor. You have so much more speed than when you run an indoor.
There's Jensen with the
There it
fastest
is.
lap so far. 38.544 is the time to beat.
Dave was chasing him down. That's how he got those fast lap times. Now it was Gavin's turn, and now Tyler
Ooh.
Stevenson, top of the board. Middle 38s. Only 200ths or so from Jensen, so.
I guess that's Ryan. He's not here tonight.
What are you referring to?
Um,
Oh.
I don't. The best racer ever, F1.
Oh.
How would I know that's
All right.
Ryan?
That's Ryan. Hi,
I
Ryan.
thought she was like racer girl.
We got to pay attention to this qualification because we're getting really close on the end of time. It's so close. All these drivers, off top through 6, are in the 38s.
Anthony just moved up a little bit. He's going to be sitting right behind Gavin. Yeah, Dom, Anthony, Gavin are all at 38.6s, and Tyler and Jensen are at 38.5.
We'll run it up overhead here as the cars round the corner. There's Gavin right there. He's going to tick off another lap
There
and
it
go
is.
purple at the same time.
38.42.
Getting that boost figured out. Jensen, again, top of the leaderboard. They just keep switching. Last two drivers, that was Dom D'Angelo, doesn't improve. Tyler doesn't improve.
Anthony's coming in for a pit, but there's only 1:40 left
That's going to be a close one for Anthony.
for even like a lap.
So I think he definitely took us up on the kart swap in the first race, and then did he do it last round? I don't think so.
No.
So first,
But he did improve after he did it the first race. He did get, I think, a faster time than what he did have originally. He moved up a little bit.
But I thought we commented that he didn't. We'd have to go back and look. So we'll be watching Anthony to see if he makes any improvements. Kart swaps on offer here if you want to swap your
Nathan
kart.
jumped all the way down to 39.4.
Yeah. And
He was
amazingly,
kinda-
it's still putting him in 7th position in this
yeah.
qualification run.
I know he was flirting with the 40s. Now he's in 39.4. Look at Anthony's hair just flow in the wind. All right, so he should have one clean
Yep.
lap.
He will.
That was like perfect time.
Yep.
Got to scrub the tires in as much as you can, so then
It's like he gave
there he goes.
it as much time as he thought possible, but gave up.
All right, let's see.
All right, that's basically the outlap at 109 seconds.
Everybody's pulling in, and this should be getting the checker flag here. Then we'll see if Tyler's able to get one more lap in. I don't think. Oh, him and Dom look like they both gave up.
Boy, the differential there between 3rd and 4th. Gavin with a 4.22 and Dominic with a 4.86.
And Tyler with the 4.18.
Sorry, I didn't switch it for Anthony here as he rounds back in the inside.
Nathan drops down to 39.2.
All right, can he improve on a 38.6 at all?
Oh yeah, 38.2.
Sorry, yeah. 4
I had
tenths.
to find
Yeah.
his name for a second.
Anthony jumping to number 2, and Jensen
Wow,
still holding
right
the top.
behind him.
Anybody got the one for the last second? No. And I believe that will put Jensen Janda on your pole position for tonight.
He's back up there, yeah, because he was
winner-
there week 1.
Yeah, winner of round number 1.
Round 1, yes.
He moved up 4 spots for that race. Tonight, he doesn't have to worry about moving up. He just has to hold the spot.
Awesome.
And Anthony making do with car number 12, his car replacement, and jumping up a couple
Very smart.
spots. Yep.
Very smart pit.
He's
Just
happy
hop
about
into
that.
and
Hey,
yeah.
I'm so glad he's happy about that.
Yeah, that was right on time.
You know what he's going to tell me? It's the new tires. That's probably what he's telling him right now. Michael, did he say it's the new tires? No, that mic won't work. Just give us a nod. Yes. I knew it.
Oh, man.
Yeah. If that's what makes you happy.
We should just tell people we have new steering wheels, new bolts on them,
More importantly, we have new seatbelts.
new seatbelts. Yeah, they
Yeah.
actually make you go faster.
So many drivers come up to us all the time and just thank us so much for putting all the money into new seatbelts.
Oh, I hear it every day.
Yeah, right.
Let's see if they're advancing this the correct way. I try to put in. Okay, we're gonna delete this final. Gotta update my side.
So this is that transition period where we take a little bit of a break and we sort everybody into their A main and B main. And once we do that, then they're going to resort or they're going to redraw for cart numbers. So they use a computer to randomly draw a cart number.
They're all good down there.
Yeah.
Whenever they're ready, we can go over the standings now.
Oh, we can do that. Okay. No, not us.
I like that.
Yeah, just put the standings right on top of our face. Jensen and Tyler tied for the number 1 spot with 51 points apiece. We also have a tie down there between 7, 8, and 9. Now, Sean Horgan,
No Sean
no Sean today.
and no Grant, which means Mark and PJ are going, and Nathan might.
Yeah.
He should move up. They all three should move up, and Grant and Sean should drop down a little bit.
But keep in mind, of the 7 rounds, everybody drops 1 round.
Yes.
So if you're not here, that'll be your lowest point scoring round, and that'll allow you to keep pace with everybody else. So.
As the top 4 right there, or the top 4 as in our final. Where's Dom? Oh, he missed the first month. So
Yeah,
he's not that high
right.
yet. Okay.
So I can bring
It'll
that.
all kind of come into place towards the end.
I think
you'll kind of start seeing.
We can take that one. How about that for fancy? That's just the numbers are wrong. Sorry. So Xander will be 11th.
Oh,
12,
okay.
13, 14. So Dom D'Angelo's 14th position.
And then, so sitting here, you have Xander is here, but David and
Yep.
Joey aren't here.
Yep. So we'll see
So
quite a bit of
we got 2
scuffling around
Dominics
back
over
there.
here. There's Dominic at 14 and 16.
Oh, was there?
But
Oops.
Dominic and Alex will be able to move up as well. So
Yeah, sorry, I must have copied that one wrong. Okay, yeah, he shouldn't have had that other entry down there. But anyway, that's where you stand right now. So we're basically...
we don't have... Yeah, Ethan's not here. I know he was signed up.
Basically about halfway through the season. There's a doubleheader in the month of August to make up the 7 rounds. And when we get to the final race here, you're going to be looking at that TV right up there for your pit timer.
Oh, that was
it's
weird.
backwards. So your free pit timer. So mandatory 1 pit stop throughout the race. It's 55 seconds. That is from the time you enter pit lane all the way to the time that you are released from the pits, so that makes the pits as even as possible.
And if you don't pit, you're DQ'd.
That's right. If you guys have any other questions about the format of the race, let us know. Otherwise, probably a lot of you are familiar with it. And what did Zach say?
I don't know why he's on his phone either.
Our camera guys are basically in our chat, so...
Owen's busy
Yeah, he's
doing
got a
the
track master
races.
tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's
Yep, go ahead.
That's an important note tonight. So we knew when we made the schedule, Armand was not going to be able to make it tonight. Armand, we hope you're watching from wherever you are, but he did have a scheduled out-of-town visit, so he wasn't going to be able to make this one. So we've doubled up our track heads tonight. So we've got Owen being the replacement for Armand. Hopefully these guys have picked cart numbers, though.
Yeah, you know Owen and Jacob are dissecting the batteries right now.
He said something on the radio, but I didn't catch him. What did he say?
I don't know.
Oh,
I didn't hear
I
it.
didn't hear it either.
I heard something, though, coming from somewhere. They're still talking.
They always want to make sure the racers have the best carts possible for racing conditions. So, oh, he's fixing the blue flag. Okay. Okay.
Fixing the blue flag?
That's what he said. All right.
We didn't even get a new blue flag.
Yeah, you can run the blue flag without staples on it. It's fine. Are you guys waiting for cars to charge? Okay, well, put people in carts. Let's go.
Oh, no. We do have orange head socks. I just saw Mason. He had the Halloween one.
Oh, yeah.
Alex could get one of those. Yeah, right there. Perfect. He's all orange.
That's not the same as papaya.
There's like 4 shades of orange in that one head sock.
So in your B main tonight, Katy Wise is going to be leading the pack, followed by PJ Mannypenny. So even though she set that faster lap time, it wasn't enough to bump her into the A main, but she will be leading the pack tonight. Followed by Kyle Donahue and then Mason Costello, like we mentioned. Caden Dennis, good to have him back. I noticed that last time we asked, had Caden run a race before, and we realized, oh, he's been coming to Team League. So that's cool.
I just didn't know if he's been here for Endurance yet, but it shows, he was here last month.
It's a good practice for him. As well as Grayson Volk, one of the last drivers on the Blue Dots, signing up for the B main tonight. So what do you guys think should be the minimum qualification time
5 minutes. Might as well try it. It's just one.
Around the whole track?
Oh, you're talking for the 6 hours. I thought
Oh,
you
you're
meant
talking
for
about
like
the
just regular qualifiers. Just
yeah,
drop it
next
down
month
one
we're
more
going to
time.
5 minutes. Right, I see what you mean.
Soon we'll be at 1. Just one lap. You just gotta go.
I honestly, man, back in the days when we just had battery issues, I wanted to just be one flyer.
Yeah.
You got to put it together in one lap. Everybody's got cold tires. Everybody's got the same disadvantage. One lap. That's it.
But
And
anyways, what
I've
you
seen that
were
happen.
saying.
Oh, minimum qualification time for the 6-hour race.
Yeah.
Put that in the chat. What do you think it should be? So basically, if somebody doesn't hit that time, they
Like our pro level qualification is 27 seconds. Indoor. 41 second outdoor.
Yes.
Under
41.
sub. We were thinking maybe going into like a 26.5 or like a 26.2
Don't give them any clues. Just let them. Just
or
let 'em choose it.
24.9. Zach said 8 minutes. Doesn't make sense. That's Zach's single lap time.
Well then, Zach, you're qualified. No problems getting into the field. Sign up for the 6-hour race is going to start 2 weeks. So June 1st, teams are going to be able to sign up for that race. That's going to be the Twilight Endurance race on a Friday night. We look forward to taking this series and merging it right into that finale. That'll put 2 posts in our season, the 12 hours of Canton and the 6-hour Twilight race. And then all these endurance series just fit right in between. So you got something to work for during the whole season.
Yeah, I like that.
I recognize the helmet we have on board right now straight away with PJ Mannypenny. He'll be in the number 20.
This is the race to watch.
Usually, yeah. They seem to go opposite of each other. So if B
Yeah, it's
runs
like-
really
yeah.
well, A is
Yep.
kind of...
Yep. That's the same thing for all the league GPs we do.
Yeah.
It's like if the one doesn't run good, the other one's going to be good. If one runs good, the other one's bad.
Must not have the names up here yet. So PJ's going to be lined up in the number 2
Two,
spot.
yes. Katy should
And
be number
then-
1. They can't start the race because it's going to start the time.
Right. Yeah.
Just make sure you guys start the race before you throw it green.
I think Owen's back talking to you.
Whoa. It came flying in there. Well, that's just me up there.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I didn't realize that overlaid wrong. All right. That'll be the pit lane timer. When somebody comes into the pit lanes, we'll get triggered on that. You'll see the car number up on the screen. That'll have 55 seconds to complete their pit stop. So be watching for that. Drivers can pit anytime. No restrictions for it. We ran a race here a couple weeks ago where it was an 8-hour race, but we were required to stop 19 times. That is a lot of pit stops. Tonight, just one.
Yeah, that's a lot. Holy cow.
Yeah.
I guess them like coming out and saying that, you guys like can strategize of how you're pitting.
Well, you can in a way, but everybody has to do the same number of stops. So, and it's minimum pit stop timers. So,
This is the best part.
yeah. So if you guys have just joined the live stream, welcome. Thanks for finding our channel. We hope you find this a little entertaining, or we hope that maybe you even know somebody in the race.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at K1SpeakCan. I saw you were posting a little more on there.
Well, we just had more stuff to post.
And we just had I want to say like a giveaway sort of promo.
Yeah. If you missed it, then it was called
Yeah.
the Perfect Lap.
It's 2 days only.
Yeah. Friday and Saturday. We can't take credit for the idea. That was actually our friends at K1 Speak Canada who gave us that idea. But if you ran a 43.000 lap time, you won $500
On the dot.
on the dot.
Got to clarify that.
Yep. And we literally had, so the very first race that went out on Friday, we had a 43.005.
Or like 4 or 6, something like
Yep.
right around there. Yeah, I saw
And
that.
then
and
a few hours later, we had a 43.001. He literally was a thousandth of a second
oh
off.
man.
And then that was it for the entire weekend.
Yeah, really didn't have anything close yesterday when I was here.
So we thank anybody who showed up for that competition. It was kind of fun. We'll run it again. Put $500 on the line, see if anybody can do the quote-unquote perfect lap time. So PJ giving us the thumbs up. Adam is ready on replay tonight.
Nope.
Cameraman Drew is up overhead.
Still doesn't pop up that anything's recording. I've tried different ones.
And I don't know why Owen is still explaining the signs. So, all right.
It's his first day.
Oh, all right. Stand by for the B main. Watch for the green lights. This is going to be an interesting one. Boost enabled and outdoor. Again, for season number 6, here's the B main race. Katy Wise leading the field.
Oh, man.
Most drivers getting off to a good start.
They did. You can see, I think it's Mason and Kyle. They're kind of battling right now.
Yep, we got an onboard with Mason Costello, the number 35 right there. That'll give us a good front row view of this. Oh, somebody's going to push him on the outside there, on the inside of the corner.
I think that might have been Caden right behind him.
And we just hope they get cleanly through the S's outside. So far, so good. We're going to wrap off lap 1. Katy got a good jump on her dad, PJ, and he's also got a pretty decent gap back there to Kyle Donahue.
Those three still are right by each other.
But Kyle obviously under a lot of heat from Mason as they round the outside.
How many laps do you think they're going to be able to get in?
I don't remember how many we ran last season.
40-something? 46?
I want to say 43.
43?
I'm going to be proven wrong, though, shortly. We'll follow the 3rd, 4th, and 5th spot drivers there.
Yeah, Miles, we actually have 21 drivers today. A little less than what we like, but it's all right.
Mason's going to look on the outside and try to make an opportunity to make a move on Kyle Donahue. Let's see if anybody's on the boost button as they round the outside.
Oh.
Yep, definitely giving him a push there.
Looks like Kyle just let them by.
Yeah.
And those three are all going to go past him. As Grayson is going to... That's not bad by Grayson getting into that turn. Grayson's going to move up 2 spots here.
Yeah, Mason's looking down the road to Kyle, trying to make up some ground now. As we have car number 6 already hitting the pit box, we got Ricky. He mentioned he might be pitting really early just to get it out of the way.
Know.
Yeah. Might be a good strategy.
Kind of cruise.
Follow on board again with Mason. But when Ricky's starting the back of the field there, so whatever strategy floats his boat, as long as it doesn't put him into lap traffic when he comes out, he'll still be in good shape to run down as many people as he needs.
Yeah. He's still got about 15 seconds in there.
I see out of the corner of my eye he's just finishing his kart swap, so...
Come on, Ricky. Get out there. Tighten the seatbelts.
Well, we're not watching that camera, so... There he is.
Oh, I was.
Yeah, just remember, Adam, you got to watch what the viewers are watching. So many different screens to watch.
There he is.
All right, he's good to launch.
All right, we'll see where the traffic is as he's coming right behind Kyle. He's a very good merge.
Yeah.
There you go. Good job.
But look at the gap that Katy has pulled out on PJ in the number 19.
She can't lose her dad.
Yeah, I know. I'm particularly interested next time we round the outside where the throttles lie. So we're going to be watching the right foot of PJ. As they round turn 7, which is basically coming up towards the building again, some of our faster drivers have been letting off the throttle and putting it back on.
Facing the slowdown?
Yeah, so we'll wait for him to hit that corner here in a second.
I feel like I don't do that still.
Yeah, I think if you stay on the throttle, it kind of drives through. Okay, so this is basically turn 6 now with outdoor.
Right here.
Yep. It was a quick lift. Yeah. Try to keep the tire squeal to a minimum.
Like he used his brake.
Oh, he might have. We can watch again.
Like, it looks like he's pushing his brake in there, too, still. Like, right there. Unless that's just like a light reflecting off his white shoes.
He might just be resting it there. There's definitely the actuator for brake.
He is catching up to Katy.
Yeah, he was about 700s faster. Yeah, so we've got to go over this big bump first. We got to get the camera to stabilize. And then, just a slight lift.
There it goes.
Yeah, and then the brake going into basically turn number 8, we call it. So 6 and 7. 5, 6, and 7 are the outside corners, and then 8 and 9 are the S's. Mason already down 39 threes. So let's see if we'll find him in the overhead shot and find out what the 3-second gap looks like from him. I'm just waiting for
somebody pick up Mason.
Camera.
There he is.
There he is, outdoors.
It's a nice color K1 color helmet he's got.
Yeah. There's the bump right there. Can't wait to get eliminated from that. It can be rough on the cars sometimes, but also the drivers for a 30-minute race. The building was designed for water runoff, just not for cars going in and out of the building. We try to keep it to a minimum, but I think that door in particular just got a little extra threshold to it. We'll be grinding that away soon. This one's not too bad. I mean, it does upset the car. But
I never ever noticed that one.
It doesn't feel as bad.
I always noticed the one you're coming in.
Yeah. There's Mason easy on the brakes. Maybe running a little wide in that 7-8 complex.
He's still counting turns.
I know. Shh, don't tell them. Yes, I'm still counting turn numbers.
For the longest time, I feel like it took me 3 years of working here to know like the turns just off the bat, like in my head, like indoor, like if someone's like turn 4, it's like you just got to know. Like.
Yeah, well, we get so used to talking about the indoor turn numbers; those are so easy. Outdoors are like switching gears, so.
We haven't had anybody else pit yet. We have about 23 minutes to go. 10 laps in.
A lot of space between the field. You look down through the gaps, second, then 2 seconds, 7 seconds, 16, 17.
Owen should be watching the race.
Don't pick on Owen. Owen, our stand-in track marshal tonight. So we'll follow Katy as she rounds. She is your leader.
Yeah, she's definitely cruising. It's going to kind of come down to like pitch strategy.
We'll be watching to see if PJ can hunt her down, really. Here's the view from his onboard.
It looked like Mason was kind of catching up to PJ.
Yeah, I think he will. I think the gap has dropped down. It was 3 seconds last lap. We're down to 2. We'll see as they go across the line this next time.
Yeah.
1.7, yep.
You never know when they use their boost. Some of them might just be out, and now Mason might just be using a bunch of his, and PJ might not be, so never really know.
Yeah, I've talked about that so many times. And
I really like the track lights out there.
About that software and development, yeah. We would love to someday be able to know how many boosts are on these cars. Right now, we just kind of fly blind, so. Oh, he's hit the bump at the worst part right there.
If you go like inside left, you can get it without.
Yeah.
But if you go like in the middle, it's a bump.
Yeah. Holding drivers
Looks like
left.
PJ's GoPro must have disconnected or something.
Well, I think he hit
bump.
the same. Yeah, the bump kind of disrupted it. So PJ's going to have some traffic in front of him. That's going to hold him up just a little bit.
Looks like he got around it pretty well, though.
Yep.
Didn't really. Mason hasn't gained much here, but
Well,
Mason's now going to be stuck behind
Yeah,
it.
it's down to 0.7 of a second as he bumps the number 31 of Joe Ferrante out of the way. And we go off the. Oh man,
he
that's
goes
so
right
rough.
at it.
Sorry, Mason. We don't mean to pick on you.
No,
but
no.
The camera's so
the poor
violent
GoPro
there. Yeah.
He's under a second now away from PJ. As it looks like PJ has gained on Katy a little bit, and Katy looks like she's coming up on traffic.
That gap has been floating around the 1.3. He's knocked it down to 1.2, but the other gap that keeps decreasing is back to number 3, Mason. As we can see, as it closes in on him
he's
quickly.
Right behind him. Yeah, you can see PJ's cord flying around for going right in the middle.
Oh, yeah, the camera lost power. That's what it is.
He's got a ponytail. Looks like PJ's coming up behind Justin as Katy just got around Justin. I know Justin's just started getting into racing after his son's been running in the, I think the junior? Is it the junior league?
Yes, he's junior.
He wanted to try it?
I saw him.
Must like it.
Saw Jackson here tonight, so
Yeah.
he must be here rooting on his dad. Maybe.
Jackson's very good in the junior league.
Yeah. Hopefully he's on comms.
There he goes. Perfect pass. Yeah, I know they have their comms set up, so we'll see if Jackson's talking to him, just like Giovanni and his dad.
Yeah.
That was a pretty clean pass, so nobody really gained anything, but Mason's still just kind of chopping away at it. Nobody's really pitted yet besides Ricky.
Well, there's 13 that just came in. So
Okay, 13 just came in, which was Kyle. But interesting to see where Katy, PJ, and Mason. Oh, Mason with a little bump to PJ. PJ's the veteran here, so Mason's going to have a hard time trying to get past him. PJ's not going to just give it up easy.
Take a quick look here at the pit stops. He's going to be jumping in the number 26. And we'll go back on track action here.
He's got about 10 seconds left in the pit.
He really can close the line right here to PJ.
Yeah, he was trying to, and
Yep.
he's kind of pushing PJ wide. You don't
Be
want to
careful there. Now he might get a run up on the inside, but no, PJ's going to close the door on that one.
don't want to be too aggressive to where it can mess you up.
Grayson Volk is going to be the next guy into the pits. Make our third driver for the stop.
PJ goes a little wide around the first turn.
And then Joe Ferrante also going to hit the pits. We're going to just keep watching this battle for a while here because we want to see if Mason's able to just make up the ground here.
Oh,
And
who is that? 34. 24. Cameron. Cameron's letting them by. Awesome. Mason has a little slide there, which is going to slow him down.
yep, that'll increase that gap.
The battle with PJ and Katy, or Mason, really opened up the door for Katy just to break away.
Yep. Gap now 2.2 seconds between 1 and 2.
Yeah, as we have Joe about to come out of the pits.
Good follow overhead there, Zach.
Mason gets so close right
He
there
does.
on the outdoor.
He's really got him on the braking zone, but
Yeah.
the rest of the track he has a hard time
Yeah.
keeping up the gap to get a run on him. Keeping down the gap, I should say.
PJ could use that cord as a weapon almost.
Let's not suggest that.
I don't think he's listening to the stream. Yeah, those like the S turns and stuff, he really gets close to PJ, but then like, kind of on the straight and that PJ kind of just opens up a gap.
We'll watch again as they're on lap number 20. And so, yeah, if 20 is halfway, we'll probably be looking at around 43, 44 laps possibly. Battle on track for second and third. PJ Manny and Mason Costello.
Mason takes that first turn really smooth.
Katy has a car in front of her I saw on the top of the shot.
Mason goes a little wide. Ooh.
Now, this would be a time that if a driver wanted to make a pit stop,
yeah,
use it for strategy, possibly. Either one of them. But so far, no.
Oh, they're going to battle. Yeah, you can see Katy up there still kind of battling with somebody. It looks like she got around him. Oh, Mason's... Oh, thought he was going to try to take the inside there. He kind of pushes PJ again.
Still pushing, but PJ closes the door right there.
Yeah, if you're going to push him, he's going to kind of...
Yep.
He's going to squeeze you there.
We'll take a ride around with some of the onboard sound here from the number 35.
Just yelling at him. Looks like Cameron has come into the pits. He's about to leave the pits.
Pushing. He's on the inside, and he's going to try to make the pass. Will he make it stick?
He's got to hold it.
He will. Mason.
Yeah, smart by PJ. Just pit right there.
Right away.
Go get a fresh boost and go hunt him down.
That's right. Oops. Who are we watching now, Drew? Sorry, we were using your camera, but...
We got Kyle
and we got Katy up front.
Joe and then Katy.
Yep.
As Katy probably sees her dad heading into the pit. Wonder if she's going to pit here soon.
Holding a nice tight line to the number 19.
Did she get a new helmet?
No.
I thought she had like silver in her helmet.
Oh, she used to have the bull on there, but I don't know that I've seen that one for a while.
Mason is throwing down 39.5s. He's already kind of catching up to Katy.
All right, and then there's PJ watching the clock as it expires.
There he goes. He's got a clean merge, and he's off. Now he's just got to try to... It's definitely different, though, like the pitting, because like the indoor you can kind of figure out when to pit. And
yeah, and there's Mason. There's the gap between the two, so Mason rounding the outside as he hits the garage bump. Oh, he's also going to make the pit stop. All right, so this is going to be the one to watch.
See where he comes out, yeah. It's going to be close because he didn't really wait many laps after PJ pitted to kind of like
looks like he did too, yeah.
Space out. Be pretty close. See if PJ, this is one of those moments where you're PJ, you might just want to use your boost just so you can stay out in front of him.
Yes. From a strategy standpoint,
I know
that's
that
the way to play
like when me and Marshall were racing each other, I was just spamming my boost just so I would come out in front. And it looks like we have Caden into the pits. It'll be interesting to see where he comes out too with PJ.
Well, this is what we're going to keep a close eye on, because if PJ's hitting the boost and he's trying to get fast lap times in, I mean, his lap time last time by was the out laps. We haven't seen it yet. We're waiting for him to cross the finish line.
Looks
Mason,
like
Mason needs to pull up to the end. He needs to pull up to the end.
That's going to affect him.
That's going to cost him.
Michael, you got to tell him to pull up. He's got to go.
Now he stopped. Yep, now he's good to go.
His timer's up.
Yep.
Caden's good as well. As PJ did, yeah. He's passed him by a lot.
So he missed that part, and that was pulling up to the blue line and waiting for your time to expire. As we now have on board back with PJ. Plugged back in the number 4 this time.
Got to go warm up those tires now.
Yeah. So Mason may have an opportunity to catch up and close that gap again, but
He already caught up already, so we'll see what he can do.
Sorry, we'll go switch inside here as PJ's dealing with traffic.
Yep, don't squeeze.
We talked about that one tonight in the driver's meeting to make sure drivers are not putting the squeeze on that kink there.
Do you hug that wall?
Yes.
Coming like out the first garage?
Yeah.
On the far
do.
left?
I do.
I try to stay in the middle.
You mean washing out to the outside?
Yeah, like far left.
We'll get it next time around here.
The guy in front of PJ was kind of hugging the wall. PJ was kind of middle towards the left a little more. But yeah, Cameron, you'll see Cameron.
So you can physically see the gap now between third and fourth, essentially.
PJ just ran right into there. So like that wall right there.
Or
Try to keep it in the middle.
Oh, or middle of this. You're talking about the middle of this one.
The other one. The first
going out to the garage.
Yeah, the straightaway.
Yeah, I would think holding the middle. We'll see some of our fastest guys later on today, but
that's why I like this, because then you can see what like Tyler and Anthony are doing.
Yeah,
perfectly. So we have Justin into the pits. So the only person that hasn't pitted yet is Katy, and she is in first place.
Well, I guess we'll just catch up with PJ, even though she doesn't have anybody in front of him.
Hey, where is Katy?
Where is Katy? The question we always ask. She is rounding the outside right now. So just picked up outdoors. So PJ just hit turn 1 right there. So 103 seconds. There's your differential right there. About a lap and a quarter of the track. Pick up Katy for us, Drew. She just came inside. There she is. Whenever she's shaking her head from the cockpit, I never know if that means that she's frustrated at something or
she's listening to us.
making a mistake. I don't know. Katy, can you let us know what that means?
She's probably just frustrated with herself.
I used to think it was because of the cart, but I don't know. So all right, so now she's.
Oh, I thought she was waving to us. I was about to say, see, she is listening to us.
We're on a longer delay than that, so
she's stretching her back.
All right,
she's trying to get more speed by sitting in the front of the cart.
This is your race leader right here coming in for the last pit stop of the round.
Perfect. And she can hop in and pull all the way up. She's a veteran at this, though.
She should know to pull all the way up.
Oh, yeah.
She does. Because I know last time she was pulling away with while we were putting a camera on her. So there we go, right up to the line.
And now she's got 20 seconds to wait.
After we watch this merge, then we're going to also go back to that battle between second and third because PJ and Mason are not done battling it out for this race. You see the gap there. Even though it's 100 seconds, it's 0.4 and 0.5.
Oh, yeah, that is really close. As it looks like PJ's about to come inside, so this is where PJ's going to be from Katy. So Katy is coming. She's merging right now.
Huge gap on the field, so no problem whatsoever for her.
And then you'll see PJ coming around right now, followed by Mason. We'll see if Mason's able to catch PJ again.
He's been closing the gap on him.
I know. Mason's running something.
We also know it took a lot of laps to make the pass last time, so.
It did. We got 6 minutes and 6.5 minutes left. As Jackson is in the chat saying, hi, James. Jackson is here tonight.
Yep,
and he's in the A main.
Yep, we'll be watching for in the A main. Winner of your B main last time.
And biggest mover.
Yep. Just at the very bottom, so he's finished, or he's going to be the 11th driver in the A main.
You think Katy and PJ are talking to each other?
I don't think they do.
Because they both have like the blue Cardo. It like glows, so it's like it's on.
Well,
so I don't know
you
if
know
they're.
what? That's a good point.
I don't know if they're talking to each other or if they're just listening to music. I feel like Katy just jams to some like music while she's racing.
It's very possible because we have talked about him PJ using this helmet for. That was a hard tap from the inside of PJ's. He's going to wave his hands for review, I believe. We have talked about him using that helmet for comms, so.
You can see Owen looking into the replay right now.
If Adam had his replay working, then we would definitely show you from there.
I have all the.
I give you one responsibility.
I have all the things, and nothing is popping up on any of them that they're live.
Going to get a little bit of a lap traffic right in there while PJ is trying to make the move and trying to keep it close to Mason, and he's waving now to get a call, see if Mason is supposed to reverse that position. They'll have to make a decision rather quickly.
It's got to be quick. I don't know why these aren't like. It's not playing anything.
The batteries on this karts really have no problem running 40 to 45 minutes, so tonight's stint is not too difficult for the exercise of the kart batteries. That's why we guarantee them that they can make their pit stops at any point during the race. High-capacity lithium batteries on board. We've seen during the 12 hours of Canton, these guys easily do 40 minutes or so.
Yeah, they'll definitely be pushed to the limits in the 6 hour, right? Don't you think? With the outdoor portion being open.
It's about the same. So the load demand is very similar. The 12 hours is under constant load, and with the outdoor, with the long straightaways, it actually helps alleviate some of the load on there for a certain period of time. So overall battery demand actually is very similar.
As we're about 3 minutes left in this race. It's looking like Katy's going to pull away with it.
Yeah, still got a strong 8.5 second lead on the field.
I think she's checked out. She's just cruising right now.
She just picked her up on camera one here. She drove by.
She's just on her Sunday cruise.
Hayden Dennis, purple lap, 38.7. He's figured something out here.
This is good practice for team league and stuff whenever we do go back to the outdoors for those.
Yeah.
There's nobody around Katy.
Nope. Now it's her opportunity to try to beat that 38.77 lap time. That's her goal.
Start spamming as many boosts as you have left. Just hold it down.
Yep. Let's follow her outdoors, Zach.
Goes a little wide right there. She might have hit the boost, though, so you never know. That boost does carry you into the turns.
She was probably listening to you. So
yeah.
Well, I guess we're going to assume that there was no call from the race control on the move that got Mason past PJ.
Yeah, we're looking at 2 minutes left.
Got about 4 seconds gap now.
He's 9 seconds behind Katy.
What was that? What happened up in turn one?
Nope, he's letting him back. There you go.
Oh.
Looked like Kaden kind of just bumped him.
Okay.
Well, I guess they are fighting for a position here. So with the minute 30 left, Kaden is trying to take third place from PJ.
All right.
He's just going to have to do it clean.
So we'll watch this as PJ apparently under pressure from the number 12.
Caden did just throw down that fast lap, so Caden has been catching up to PJ. But him making that one move that might have been illegal and then giving the space up, it's going to slow his momentum down. So we should get a white flag, final flag coming up, right? Race ends at 0.
Yes.
So we should be seeing Katy get the checker flag.
And there we go. Katy Wise will cruise to a championship finish in the B main tonight. Very little pressure from behind as she puts 12 seconds on second place. Putting on a clinic there tonight.
She was flying.
Congratulations to her for her B main finish.
Got the hair flowing in the back. I need to grow my hair out just so I can race outside and have it flowing back. Like my mullet again, I think I should do.
Oh. Checkered flag is going to wave officially from the timing stands.
Never just keep going. Never know.
Yeah, that was Adam's philosophy.
Don't pull into the pits.
That was his philosophy.
You never know what they're doing down there. As it looks like PJ's getting held up there. As PJ and Kate, well, I guess the race is over.
Yeah, that was a checkered flag. So
doesn't matter where they end.
Valiant effort from Caden, though, to push the envelope and really close the gap on the later stage of this race.
With a veteran like PJ.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to go back and kind of look at some of his lap times and see if he just continuously progressed. So as we open up timing and scoring for him, after his pit stop, he started with a 39.9. He knocked out 39.7, 39.5. Then he hit that fastest lap, 39.3.
Then he hit the 38.7.
Yeah, some consistent 38.7s throughout the rest.
As they're all coming into the pits now.
We can get rid of that. And another 39.5 on his last lap. So,
yeah, there we 43 laps. Katy Wise, you were right. You said 43, didn't you?
Did it? Yeah,
perfect.
Maybe. Congratulations. Yeah, I mean, going back to Caden's first lap times, I mean, he was in the 41s. So that's what it's nice about the endurance series. You get to run a lot of laps.
Yeah, and like if you look at like Ricky here, his last lap was a 41. I think in his qualifier he was at like 43.
Let's double check that. Qualification for Ricky.
Yeah, 43.0.
Yep.
In his last lap, that race, I don't even know what his fastest lap was. We can have 41.253. So he gained 2 whole seconds almost.
Yeah, and also putting down 39 laps on the board too. So
those guys look tired.
Yeah.
The outdoor definitely adds in a whole nother level into the racing. So you can see Jackson Parks Baker sitting on the fence line, getting ready to race into his final A main.
It'll be interesting to see what he does from the back of the field.
He's going to be behind, I think, Mark and Nathan. Mark Nathan. Yeah, Mark Nathan Jackson will be the final 3 in that. There will be 11 racers instead of 10.
Top 5 fastest qualifiers are Jensen, Anthony, Tyler, Gavin, and Dom D'Angelo.
We don't have Ethan today. Doesn't he come with Xander a lot?
Usually. Yeah, he wasn't signed up for this one, though. So we're going to try to see if we can get replay working for you guys. So hold on for just a minute. We'll be back in a minute. So Katy is going to do an interview with us. She said begrudgingly.
It's on.
Oh, it's on.
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right.
Hey, Katy, how are you?
Hi. I'm good now.
Yeah, so let's go back first to your qualification. You decided to do a kart swap.
Yes,
and
that first cart was absolutely terrible. I could tell when I got punted outside that I needed a new cart.
Okay. So, I mean, does that good for being able to at least do that? Or do you think that
Yeah,
was
clearly I ran a 39.6 right after.
Okay, so you don't think it was too bad because it was too much of a time crunch then?
No, it ended up being okay.
How did the 6 minutes work out tonight?
It was fine.
Okay.
I kind of felt like I needed more only because I did a cart swap, but it was fine.
Okay. So then the race, you just kind of checked out from everybody. How did that feel?
That's what Dad said. He said I just took off and he was boosting and still couldn't get me. So apparently my theory worked if I got enough of a gap where I didn't lose any spots during my pit stop. So it worked out well.
Your gap was pretty consistent, 1.3 seconds to him. Then basically he had to worry about Mason behind him. That was the battle we watched for a while. So.
Yeah.
So-
I heard it all through the race.
Oh, did you? So that was one of our other questions. So were you guys
calm.
in communication with each
Yeah.
other? Okay. So his take was he probably passed illegally. Is that what it was?
Yeah. He said it was he didn't think it was a very clean hit.
Yeah.
He said he got him twice, but I don't know. I was trying to keep an eye towards the beginning of the race. When I would come around the S outside, I could see their gap. So I was trying to coach him through because I know he couldn't see him. So.
Yeah. Oh, so you were telling him where the gap was to Mason?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. Adam's got a replay for us, so we're going to see if we can get that queued up here for a second. Anything else noteworthy about your race?
No, I'm glad we came in and got a race in before because I haven't driven the outside in probably like 8 months.
That's what a lot of people were saying.
Yeah. There's a motion that you make, and I know you can't see it from the up here on the camera, but where you just kind of, I don't know, throwing your fist in the air?
I was yelling at myself.
Is that okay?
I kept clipping these turns, or I would boost going outside, and I wasn't in the right part of the track, and yeah.
Okay. I figured it was a combination of
that was all self.
Mad at yourself, mad at the car, mad at other drivers.
Self-critiquing.
Okay. Good being. Congratulations on taking the B main tonight. Thanks for taking the opportunity to interview with us. So.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Is there anything else I need to do?
Yeah, I think so.
Don't lose the spot.
Hang on. Got to make sure that the playback is clean feed. Play it to that.
Awesome. Here we go. I think this is exactly where it happened. You'll be able to see.
Let's get us off of here. All right. Let's go ahead. So Brent, rewind it just a little bit. So
let me figure out how to do that.
use the arrow keys. Yep.
Oh.
You can hold control
Yep,
down to
there
make it a little faster.
Oh, you're breaking it. As they're actually holding the reverse button down right now.
Yeah. So just advance it slowly to see where was Mason's car in reference to PJ's.
As you can see, PJ's already turning into the turn here.
Right. And then Mason's just tagging him in the side of the car.
Yeah.
And it wasn't up alongside, so.
The way I see it too, though, is like there was a little bit of a gap there to where Mason probably could have thought he could have made it. As you can see, PJ did kind of go a little wide on that turn.
Yeah, kind of like leaving the door open a little bit.
And then Mason tried it, but yeah. We got the guys picking carts now. Carts are charging. Owen's still probably watching the replay.
Well, I'd love to get his feedback on it to see why he decided he did the way he did. So,
Wow, there's our track official.
all right, so he's not watching the replay still.
He's not watching the replay.
Oh. All right. So everything stands the way it is, Owen? All right.
What?
Okay.
I think that Root beer's his too, plus the water. And I saw him drinking a Coke earlier. Oh, and the Fanta's his.
Track marshal is going to have to go to the bathroom during the A main.
Looks like Dave has a new helmet too.
No.
No, that's
no.
been his helmet.
Yeah, it's been the same one. Well, we definitely made Anthony happy with the cart number for some reason. So, Drew, what car number did he get? Can you just pan down for us? 35?
35.
All right, fine. All right, 35 it is. Oh, cut that. So if you're just joining us, we're getting ready to run the final race of the year, or not, yeah, final race of the night. That'll be the A main classification. Those who qualify the fastest. 30-minute endurance race, same pit stop strategy that we saw before.
And Jensen sitting on pole.
Jensen Janda.
So he has not been on pole yet, correct? He started 5th.
Correct.
And then 7th.
Yeah, he won from 5th.
He keeps moving a lot.
Yeah.
He went from 7th to 3rd and 5th to 1st. So here, if he stays in 1st, starts in 1st, he might just win it.
He's basically in a points tie right now with Tyler Stevenson. So whoever is able to edge out a few
Gavin's only
points.
3 points behind him.
Yeah,
So.
really close.
It's going to be a fun one.
Looks like we're going to have a backwards shot from... Do we have a name yet?
It'd probably be Jensen, right? If it's backwards.
Must be. I think we'll have one for Mark for all of his fans. Yep. Doubling up the GoPros. Anthony and I were having a discussion the other day about the tire wear and how he likes having fresh tires in the car. I think it was also a reminder for me about how people don't understand from the outside what we do to test the cars. Now, the drivers will tell you 100 ways to one that every car has different advantages. That's why Anthony was so happy to get the car he was. But we at least do something to try to make the cars as even as possible. So if you're used to doing regular arrive and drive racing, we try to be a little bit better at making these things match.
I mean, yeah, we could just allow them to go out there after being banged up for a month. But
yeah.
You guys test them like every week.
You could have one that's a
day.
full second off the pace, and there's nothing you can do about it. So we do dig into the electronics on these computers. We do run tests to make sure that they're at least varied as most closely as possible, programmed as close as possible. And anyway, it was a good discussion to have with him on the driver's perspective. They don't see all the work that goes on behind the scenes and what it takes to take 36 cars and make them kind of race prepared. But our mechanics do a good job of doing that to try to make them as close as possible. Looks like they're getting ready to roll out.
There's that little stinker in the pit.
Who, Owen?
Giovanni. It's
He should be on comms with Dad tonight.
yeah. Tell him to pit on the second lap. That was Jensen with the camera gun backwards.
All right, cool. So this one here.
Yes. You see Jensen warming up the tires. He always does the thing with the feet, too, where you stick your feet on the tires and drive, and then he takes all the crumbs off of it.
I'd love to hear from you guys in the chat what is the definition of a marble in terms of racing? Because the claim was made to me that the marbles are the buildup of rubber on the tire when they're sitting in the pits. And my claim is that the marbles are, by definition,
around the track.
The tire rubber that has come off and it's on the track. And that it's only a matter of time before you can scrub off marbles. Now, you do have to scrub them off, obviously. It does take a lap or two, but they do come off. But if you're in the chat, let us know if that's the wrong approach.
This is going to be very interesting. Because like we said earlier, the B main ran pretty well. So
oh, great. So this one's going to be a disaster then? Is that
knock
what
on
you're
wood,
saying?
but let's see if Jensen and Tyler can just go back and forth on winning every month, or if not much room for them to kind of move up, though. Jensen, Tyler, Gavin, and Anthony. Remember, you don't want to get into a battle with somebody which is going to push you wide, and it really screws you up.
All right, we'll get us out of the way, and we'll bring up our race board as soon as time starts, and we'll be watching for anybody to make pit stops as we get off with the A main.
There they go. Everybody's pretty even right now.
Another decent start. Very back there at the back with Nathan and Mark, probably the only ones banging wheels, banging bumpers.
Oh, wow.
But Jensen is making good hay. Just a couple car lengths as they all tighten up as they hit the outdoor track, and the S's.
Especially everybody being super tight right here. You gotta don't use anybody as a bumper. Just slow yourself down.
Nathan back there with Jackson Parks Baker again. That was an interesting back and forth on the last round. We'll see how those guys battle it out this time.
Tyler's already throwing down 39.7. So it looks like Mark's going to try to make a pass here on the number 13 car, Xander. Xander has a new helmet. I think everybody's got a new helmet for today.
Yeah, we like it. They're engaging.
Yeah, it's definitely a new helmet. Xander looks behind him. He sees Mark kind of on his tail. Got to race clean still.
Here's my favorite shot right there. Looking at the Anthony in the number two position, car number 35.
Wow, all of them just put down like a fast lap.
Yep.
Dom is already into the 38s. A lot of barriers getting hit.
Yeah, a little bit of bumping around going back there between the...
Looks like Dominic has made a pass.
Oh, that was a hard stop
Gavin.
for everybody. That's really going to jack up the field and tighten them all back up.
Looks like, yeah, Anthony was kind of touching the back of his head.
It kind of looked like Jensen maybe have jammed up on the brakes. That can happen if they're on boost and you go to the braking zone. It will lock up the motor in addition to giving you mechanical grip, and that will
look at
just
the gap
jam
he
everything
just
up.
gained from Anthony and them. Looks like Mark has made the pass on Xander and Alex has made a pass on Dave.
We'll see if they get jammed up again here, but it looks like everybody's going to have a little bit more space. Yeah. Gavin Patterson not being lost with the rest of the field as Dom D'Angelo is going to look very closely at Tyler Stevenson in the blue helmet.
And Alex is sitting right there, and Gavin's like in that perfect spot. If somebody is to mess up, he could sneak right in and be top 3.
Alex is usually very consistent here, as well as our top 4, top 5 being consistent as well. They're going to hit outside.
Jensen's thrown down a 38.8.
Track temperature cooling off just a little bit. We only hit about 68 degrees here.
Looks like Jensen kind of jammed up again. And
he did, and that's going to give Anthony an inside window in the number 35.
We'll see if Tyler could take advantage here. Tyler's going to get a little squeezed, but that's all right. Anthony taking the lead.
We'll see if the number 9 continues to lock up in the end of the straightaway there. Otherwise, it might have just been coming off of the boost. But he's not going to have boost for every single lap, so we'll be able to tell here in subsequent laps. It's tempting to want to take the inside line into the entrance of those S's, but a lot of times that you're not far enough up on the car, so
Jensen's still they're all just right on each other's butts.
Yep. We'll ride back on board with Jensen, looking back at Tyler Stevenson, who just went purple, 38.8. Checks from behind, Dom D'Angelo. Even though we didn't see Dom in the points standings for the top 10, just because he did miss the first round of the season, he's usually right there in the fight, and he's definitely still in there for this season as well.
You want to look at the replay on that of Jensen.
Let me change something here real quick before you get to that.
Just looks like Jensen, he took the turn way too tight. All right, here we go. You can see Jensen coming in. He kind of takes it tight and then just is wide.
Yeah, that kind of pushed him out.
Yeah,
Yep.
Anthony's able to just get past him going into the garages there.
And again, kind of really getting jammed up in the outdoor. This is where you'll start to notice a difference in track temperature. Indoor being nice and consistent from all day, and the outside, because it was baked in the sun, is going to start really cooling off as we're going to see our first pit stop from Xander.
Looks like Jackson's gotten past Nathan. Or
No, well, yeah, he did, but and
Yeah.
Xander will sort back to the back because he's in the pits right now.
see if any of these guys from 2 through 5 is going to make any moves coming up.
And I know fans of Mark have been wondering where he is, sitting out here in 8th spot. Really got nobody ahead of him at the moment. And we check overhead. He's got
All by himself.
Clear track space behind and in front and behind.
Try to throw as fast as laps down as you can.
Mark's kind of floated back and forth between A mains and B mains, but so far doing really well tonight.
Yeah,
So.
very well. 8th place is very good. You can see it still looks like Jensen's having trouble around those S's, that S outside. It looks like Anthony's kind of has a bigger gap, and Tyler's still just right on Jensen.
Oh,
Tyler's
going to take a
go
look.
to the inside.
Nope, not going to have enough, but he's got to. Oh, he's going to have to give that spot back because there was no way that was clean.
Yeah.
But Tyler doesn't want to lose momentum, so he's got to wait for a spot to give it back, and he's going to point to him.
Yep. Yeah, right here, this is the hardest part, because then Dominic might be able to just sneak in.
Yeah.
You just got to do it the right way.
He does have a lap to give it back.
You'll probably see Owen throw something down saying to give it back. But with Dominic sitting right there, I know me and Tyler did that once, and Katy passed us both.
Yep.
So, as you can see, looks like Owen said something, and Tyler gave him the thumbs up, but Tyler's just waiting. He's probably waiting for Jensen to catch up a little bit.
He doesn't want to give up the gap.
He's like, come on, Jensen, catch up.
All right, so now he will run wide and then make sure that he slots in there between Dom D'Angelo, and it's almost perfect execution of that.
That was pretty perfect. You'll see, they all get right on each other's butts. You just got to react when that other person's braking. We'll see if Tyler tries to take the same move or if he has any boost left. That might have been his last boost. He might have just tried it there.
And we keep mentioning Dom, but don't forget, Gavin's right there behind him. So even if Dom gets tangled up in something, Gavin's looking to take advantage.
Alex.
Alex got a little bit more of a gap to him, but yeah.
And so far, we've only seen Xander pit, right? Or did Jackson come into the pit while we were watching?
Jackson did. Jensen making sure he really holds the carousel tight back there and really going to clip turn one, which to me is kind of his signature line. He may have adjusted since then, but man, when we were doing 12 hours practice, he was always the one that cut turn one really nice and tight.
A lot of the drivers we have are so smooth.
But now, look, we've got a big gap that's opened up.
Something happened with Dom. Dom's kind of just falling back.
I missed
Gavin
that
still
opening of
hasn't
that
been
gap.
able to figure out a way to pass Dom. Maybe Tyler and Jensen are just, it looks like they're just running quicker laps right now. Jensen with the 38, Tyler with the 38, and then Dom and Gavin are at 39.2s.
Yep.
So who was that? Oh, Nathan.
That was Nathan, yeah. He's in the
That was
all
just
black.
off in the, yeah.
All
I
black.
like that. I like the black visor
It's
look,
slick.
especially like on Tyler here. Just, I don't know, it looks excellent.
Those two are going to hit the garage doors.
Could be interesting to see when these guys pit, the top 5.
Anthony opening up about a 3.8 second lead. Will that change next time by? Nope, got back to 3.4. 0.4 of a second separating second and third.
And now we're kind of in like groups of 2s.
Yeah. Well, in the B main, we followed second and third, and no different here in the A main tonight.
These guys are all still throwing down really quick lap times. Haven't seen purple in a while, so we'll see what the fastest lap is.
Yeah. Dom battling back there with Gavin Patterson.
Gavin's giving him a little bump to let him know he's here.
Going to switch over to this battle here as Gavin's going to try to run a little bit wide, or maybe try
kind
to.
of loses some time there because Dom was kind of sitting in the middle to defend.
That may have been a mistake, actually, but I don't know. Here are these guys. We'll pick them up on the outside in the straightaway.
Gavin kind of towards the side of his cart.
Looking.
They're going to stay where they are. We'll see what Gavin can do here. If he can. Yeah, Dom's going to stay more on the inside and take it normal.
If Dom keeps his head down and his attention focused forward, he usually does very well.
Yeah.
He's very fast.
Yes.
I even commented that he's been a consistent driver for a long time in the outdoor track. Not to say that Gavin isn't, but
And that's the thing.
Some
people are like a lot better with the outdoor than they are like indoor.
He definitely took to it very quickly during the afternoon practice sessions.
Yeah.
There. All right, so he's going to dip off, and that's going to trigger the pit lane.
That's a smart pit.
Yep, for cart 31, Dom D'Angelo.
Go get a fresh car with some boost, and we'll see what Gavin can do with the gap and where they come out.
You're almost to the halfway mark. You got about 3 minutes to go. But it's got to be a clean pit stop, so Drew will pick up Dom.
He's right here. He's got 34 seconds. He's hopping into his other cart. He is able to scoot up a little bit. Goes.
And then we'll pick up the on-track action as we saw.
Gavin has came into the pit.
Oh, Gavin's going to pit right behind him, huh?
We're not going to know where Dom's coming out.
All right, so let's swing over there to see where Gavin comes in.
So here comes Gavin. Dom is just now merging out there.
Interesting that he wasn't going to run some laps without being behind Dom.
Gavin's seat's crooked. He almost fell out of the cart.
Yeah.
There you go. Smart. Move it up a little bit. Adjust your seatbelts. You got 10 seconds.
This will answer the question very quickly on where this is going to put the battle
Dom
between
is
Dom.
coming down right.
And he's going to accelerate.
Yeah.
Dom's going to get
That's like
past.
that's kind of where they pitted at.
Yep, they're going to sort right back through as Nathan Blackerby points right in front.
Smart merge, and yeah, it was very clean. He could have tried it and beat him to it, but it would have been a little aggressive.
Those guys are coming out.
Now it's all about just trying to get your tires warm, and as Anthony has
There's
the
your first
fastest
purple.
lap. Yeah, 38.2. That's 1 bonus point or 2?
Fastest lap of the race is 2 bonus points.
2 bonus points. Nice. As Alex is into the pits.
We shouldn't have changed it between the seasons because now I always second guess. Which one is it? So
I thought it was 2.
you might be right. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I still got to switch. All right, there we go. Outdoors.
Yeah, 1 bonus point.
Fastest lap
pole.
is 2 points.
Sweet.
I may have said 2 points from the biggest mover earlier, but I did not mean to say that. So rack up another error on my.
Looks like Dom is
commentating.
going to be behind Dave.
Yeah, and it's going to put a pretty significant gap there back to Gavin. Just about 3 seconds, the gap between those two guys.
Because Anthony's kind of just pulled a Katy. He's just out there just
Yeah.
cruising away.
Looks like he's already passed a couple people from the back. And then there's the white helmet there of Jensen Janda and the blue helmet of Tyler Stevenson. And for you Mark fans, here you go. Here's your onboard. 39.8 his last lap time. We'll see what he measures this time by the start-finish line. Another 39.8. Nice and consistent. Quick lift in turn 4 all the way to the straightaway. Clean running into the dawn of the Ohio fall. Not fall. Spring. Get my seasons right.
Yeah, see, look at the sunset in the back. It looks good.
Yep. It'll look great in September with the twilight. And
yeah.
Mark's going to dip off into a pit stop. Kart automatically going to slow down and trigger the timer at 55 seconds. Pick up back on track with the back of Jensen Janda.
Tyler's right behind. Tyler, dude, man, Jensen's going to be so tired after this race, so Tyler just on his butt the whole way. These two are the two fighting for technically first right now.
These are your points leaders for the series. Now, of course, Anthony is 8 points behind, so anything he can do to try to bridge that gap tonight, he's going to try to do, but going to check real quick on Mark's pit stop as he's watching the time expire. He's all set to go with the blue line, and off he goes, and we'll go back on track. Looked like a fairly straightforward pit stop for him.
They're still like at that same exact gap that they have been for a while with Anthony.
Yeah. So after Mark sorts through after his pit stop, we'll still have Dave Patterson out there. I don't believe he's made a pit stop yet, so that's going to leave
Dave, Tyler,
your
Jensen,
top
Anthony.
4
Yeah.
with no stops yet. Right there, Drew. Jensen checking behind him, but Tyler just running clean laps.
Do gloves really play a factor?
In what?
So
The feel of the car or just being able to endure? So
Feel of the car.
Oh, Jensen or
Tyler's gonna make a
make
pass
a
here.
look on the
Looks like he
inside
had-
of him.
It looks like he had some boost there.
Yeah.
He was able to just fly past
Might have
him.
timed that right when Jensen wasn't expecting it because he picked up some speed, and now Tyler has gotten by the number 9 of Jensen.
Yeah, that was a really good pass, and he was cooking there for a
Yeah, he
second.
was.
But what I was saying is a guy came in and he asked me about the gloves help. So like, I wear gloves. I know a lot of.
Yeah.
I wear them
so
for the
as-
endurance part.
As somebody explained to me a long time ago, gloves provide a consistency to the feel of the steering wheel, which is really important when you're trying to set consistent
True.
laps, especially if your hands are sweating or if the steering wheel is, I don't know, hot or cold or whatever. You're just trying to provide that barrier of protection.
Okay.
But obviously for endurance purposes too, it helps. But
We got about
So-
11 minutes left, and
Yeah.
we still have those top 4 that need a pit.
now we lost our camera guy because now we just have the shot of behind. Hey, Jensen, can you just flip that camera around for us? We appreciate it.
Yeah, you can see Tyler kind of pulling away now from just Jensen.
Big gap.
We'll see if Tyler's able to cut the gap with Anthony, as Anthony might get held up a little bit here behind it. It looks like Mark.
Yep, it is
So
Mark
we'll see if-
Davis.
Yeah, Tyler's already
But you
got
know
enough.
that Anthony doesn't want to give up that cart because
He likes that cart?
He apparently loves it. Well, we just saw the excitement on his face when he picked it from the picker wheel. So he's gonna hold on to that cart as long as possible. But Tyler knocking down.
He likes his car too.
Yeah.
38-4.
Yep. Knocked about 0.3 off the gap on that last lap.
He's catching Anthony. Man, he takes that outside very tight
Yeah, he does.
around that bend.
And it looked really under control too.
So it looks like Mark's going to let Tyler pass him, hopefully. Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, Tyler's not just up far enough yet.
Yep, same spot.
Okay, he'll let
Right
him
there,
go
right
wide.
at the carousel. Good job, Mark.
We always encourage communications from the pit lane.
I know. I think when I was talking to Anthony earlier today, he said his parents are going to be here
Awesome.
to watch him race.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
We'll see if he's able to hang on to that first
Follow them, Zach.
place. As Tyler's now, the gap is
Yep,
closing.
yep.
It's closing quick.
Tyler is on his way.
He might have just saved his boost. He's probably not going to pit until Anthony pits. I don't know. I have a feeling.
So watch the gap. 1.6 this time. And
Back up to 2,
Well,
and then
there you go,
back
1.5.
1.5.
so he chipped away just a little bit. And we're watching those guys come out the doors. Keeping a close eye on the clock. 8.5 minutes remaining now. Neither Drew to pick up these guys around the carousel.
Yeah, that's going to be close.
And we're going to again watch the gap.
Oh, man.
Tyler goes purple,
Fastest lap,
38-0.
38-0, almost into the 37s.
Knocked the lead down to 0.8.
Yeah.
Not noticing too much of a difference in these guys' lines. Tyler also holding the inside really closely there. Really smooth on the braking. These guys just battled it out 2 weeks ago in the GP series. And here they are again in the Endurance. Running 33, 34 laps on the board, running each other down. Tyler running Anthony down.
Anthony's able to work the gap back up a little bit
He
there,
did.
but they are going to get stuck behind Nathan maybe here for a little bit. We'll see if Nathan can let a clean. Yeah, he got Anthony a clean pass there as Tyler's coming up on Nathan. As Cart 15,
Dave Patterson.
Dave is into the pits.
Pitting on lap number 33.
It'll be interesting to see where Dave comes out as well. We got Tyler coming up right behind Nathan.
Yeah. Well, he's been moving over for pretty much everybody. So how many
Yep, perfect.
how many laps to go do you think before we see these top two pit?
You asking me?
Yeah.
I want to say like 3-minute mark.
There we go, Zach.
Maybe around 30, 39, 38 laps.
So you
Probably
give them
about
4 more laps before they come in?
4 more laps.
All right. Because you know they got to be keeping a close eye on the scoreboard at that point.
Yes. And the clock. As Jensen's into the pits.
Jensen's probably your 15-second timer. He was in car number 9 before, so we'll wait for him. And then we'll pick him up as he exits the pits. There's Anthony right now. Okay, so never mind. We're going to divert here to Anthony, your leader of the race.
Yeah, I guess we're going to see what...
As he loses his shoe during his pit stop.
Tyler is still out there. And Tyler's been running some quick laps. We'll see if he can try to get that gap a little bit.
This is his opportunity.
Anthony's got to go, move up.
Got plenty of time. 10 more seconds to go by the time he gets up there.
You should be seeing Tyler. There's Tyler coming around. Tyler, 37.8. Wow. He just ran a very quick lap that he needed.
As Anthony's going to go back out. So we talked about the gap being about a lap and a quarter. So
that's going to be very close.
This is going to be the challenge for the guy.
Tyler's already outside.
The guy in the blue.
37.8. He had to have saved. As he's coming into the pits now. All right, here we go.
Lap 37.
That might have been his last boost.
There's your answer. Yeah, maybe. All right, he's pumped.
He's just smacking the cart. All right, here he goes. So he can see eyeballs Anthony as Anthony just comes around the straight.
Oh, I saw Gavin and Jensen battling right there in the back of the shot. Looks like Jensen maybe lost a spot. Yeah, Gavin's going to bump up to number 4.
Wow. All right, here comes Tyler. We're going to see where Tyler comes out. You can see... Oh, they can't see, but I can see Anthony. As it looks like Anthony's coming in from the garages in the back right now. He's about to hit the carousel. It's
Oh, I'm just trying to find the shot for you.
Tyler's getting the speed.
Tyler's going to re-accelerate and going to be right in front of Anthony Rossi. He's got the preferred line going into 2. He's going to cut that one close. Does Anthony have the opportunity to over-under? No, he's just going to be able to give him a bump. But as they're going to battle it into turn 4, but Tyler's still going to hold on to the line as they go outside.
Tyler's got to be really smart here right now with his cold tires.
Yes, right here it's really tricky because it's hard to hold on in the high speeds.
Yeah. Don't try to boost much. Just try to get your tires warmed and then use your boost.
Both of these drivers so disciplined under these conditions, though.
It was a very good merge because he held the outside still.
Yeah.
Just went around. You can see Tyler looking back, trying to see where Anthony's at, making sure he's not trying to make that pass on the first turn.
Cars 22 and 23 battling it out now.
So it looks like Dom has jumped all the way up to 3rd place.
Yep.
Anthony's just right on the back of Tyler right now. We got about 3 minutes to go.
Wow, they're both really holding the left side as they come in to the garage doors.
Technically about 2 minutes to go. Oh, he wanted it. He wanted it there. They're going to battle.
It's going to open up just a few inches for Tyler Stevenson as he goes outside.
They both have like a fresh cart with boost, so it's very even right now. So they are going to be catching up to Nathan here.
That's usually one of the corners you're boosting out of. You have got to be careful as you round here to not overshoot, because if you mess that up coming inside, then it really messes up your carousel exit.
Nathan with the smart let by there. It looks like Dom is catching up to the back of Anthony as well. Doesn't seem that far behind. As you can see, Dom's in the picture here now.
Yep.
We got all 3 of them with 1:50 left.
Sun is almost completely set over the outdoor track, so
turn the lights on.
Cooling. I think they are, but cooling off.
Looks like Tyler's getting a little bit of a gap. They're
I'm
all
sure-
still running pretty quick times, 38s. Tyler's just so quick around that outside. We should be seeing the white flag right now with a minute 15 left. Let's see if we're seeing the white flag.
And we'll check the gap.
There is the white flag. So last lap, Dominic is catching up to Anthony here.
It's going to be a lot for him to make up in just one
It
lap.
is a lot.
But he's done a good job throughout the entire race of trying to keep his lap times consistent and make sure he's up there with the leaders with that early battle that was going on.
You can see Tyler here pulling away.
So Tyler Stevenson trying to make it 2 in a row for rounds 2 and 3 in the Endurance League, and it looks like he's going to be able to hold off Anthony Narowski.
And Dominic is right behind Anthony. It's to smack the boost. Anthony is going to be able to hold him off.
And Tyler Stevenson takes a checkered flag and wins again. It's a reverse order from the way they finished GP 2 weeks ago. Those guys so close in competition.
Hey, 43 laps again.
43 laps. Hey, nice job.
You were right on.
But that was one of the things that really helped him at the very end. I think Tyler's was getting into that pit stop, setting the fast lap, getting purple, and then having a clean pit stop on the way out.
I think the biggest thing was that fast lap.
Because otherwise, he probably would have been just he would have been stuck behind Anthony.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to cut that off in the merge.
So Anthony's going to make a case that the kart wasn't fast enough to keep up with 22, but ultimately Tyler's going into the pit strategy is what got him in front. So
they all did a very good job. Dom was like, I was right there.
Anthony's going to say, no, it was the car. So
there we go. Tyler's happy. He did say he was coming in to win. You can see Giovanni out there. Heck of a race by those three.
yeah, congratulations to those guys.
Biggest mover might be Dom. Maybe. We'll have to look at the other main.
We'll grab a microphone for Tyler as soon as he becomes available, and we'll give him an interview so that we can talk to him about this. Again, we appreciate everybody here sticking it out with us. If you're watching post-live stream, we want you to put down in the comments what your favorite part of this is. Have you ever watched electric go-karts run half hour at a time? Or maybe it's the indoor-outdoor track, or maybe it's Adam's commentary, or Tyler Stevenson's wins, of course. So.
What's up?
Hey, we got Tyler Stevenson back here
So smiley.
for 2 in a row. Congratulations on another win in the Endurance Championship.
Thank you.
So let's go back a little bit with your battle with Gavin. So you were behind him for quite a while.
Jensen.
It's Jensen, sorry.
Yep.
And tell us a little bit, walk us through that.
He did a great job defending. I mean, I had a great kart, which helped. But, I couldn't get around him in any of the normal spots. I mean, I tried down turn 1. We saw how that ended. And I thought the only way I'd get him would be going out using a boost. And luckily I got it. But he did a great job defending.
You think you caught him by surprise going outside like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not the best passing area, but not many people would expect it.
Exactly. Yeah, you kind of
you
fall
gotta run
asleep, and then boom, there you are.
And I was like, I had great pace with that kart, and I knew I needed to get by him to get a chance at Anthony. So.
Well, we knew Anthony was really happy with his, and that's why you guys were holding on for so long. So.
Yeah,
What'd you do that last lap where you got the 37 we saw? Did you save your boost?
Yeah, I was probably. I had 7-8 boosts left for a while. I was running 38 6s without it, and then I saw Anthony pit, And then I was like, okay, I'm going to try and get the fastest lap and get in there, get out, hopefully undercut him.
It was perfect timing.
Yeah, I'm glad it worked.
With the accident or the little bump with Jensen you had, did you get like backflash from what happened with me and you when we were racing when you had to let Jensen go past you again?
Who was it? No, I don't thank you. I don't know who it was.
Who was
Katy.
Oh, it was Katy.
Well, yeah. But this race.
Well, it looked like you knew you had to give the position back, but you were waiting for him to close the gap before you let him by, right?
Yeah, I was.
Because if you would have messed up a little bit, Dom was sitting right there.
Yeah, that was why I was like pretty nervous about doing it, but
it all played off.
Yep. I knew right when I went for it down turn 1, I was going to hit him. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's a hard turn to try to pass on.
It is. And I thought I caught him down the straight, and I thought using the boost would get there, but it didn't.
Well, congratulations on another win. We're happy to see all you guys battling it out. You guys make good competition for us, and so
it was a lot of fun.
All the drivers you battle with.
Yeah,
it was a good race. So
yep, thank you.
All right, Tyler Stevenson, everybody, and we'll wrap it up from there.
Very good race. Very good.
For everybody at K1 Speed, we especially thank you for watching, and thanks to our hardworking crew that makes the races work. We'll see you in probably 2 weeks for GP, maybe, and then we'll be back on regular schedule, so about 4 weeks to the next round of the Endurance Championship Series. So thanks for watching. My name is James. This is Adam. We'll see you guys next time.